Taskin Ahmed. Short. Rode that nicely, but just couldn't put it away past Mustafizur Rahman. That's Quarish third. I'll tell you what I was impressed with here was the fact that Paul Sterling, who's played, I don't know, must be close to 100 one-day internationals, has took the time to go down the wicket and ask his young partner, who's just playing his third one-day international, what he thought about that. And there's so many players who've played a lot of cricket, they would just go upstairs, they wouldn't even consult with a young man on the other side, but kudos to him. Just not only the way he went over, for the young man too, for a player of his class and his experience to come over, gives that sense of understanding, sense of belonging in the team. That a player who's been there for years is asking your opinions. It raises your spirit as a batter. That's excellent from Paul Sterling. Ahmed will be trying to just shade the ball away from Sterling. And he's equal to the task. He's shimming down the wicket, trying to get to the pitch of the ball. He's bowling at 135.9. Takes a brave soul to come dancing down the wicket. Just moving, he's trying to get outside the line of the ball so that he can work the ball away through that leg side. Head nice and still, and he's just trying to find that gap between mid-on and mid-wicket. Doesn't on this occasion. No, it's not very well struck. Hung in the air, but safe enough with the two fielders in the power play outside the 30-yard circle. Saw a few mistimed pulls in the Bangladesh innings as well. That one just hitting more towards the bottom end of the bat. And it can be for various reasons. Sometimes the ball can rush you, someone's a little bit too quick. Other times the ball just stops in the surface and you lose your rhythm as a batter. Getting a little edgy. Two efforts to take the attack to the bowlers by Sterling. And that back of the line. Opening the face very nicely. Guiding it, using the pace. With good coverage in the deep, just restricting the batters to a single on that occasion. That rate's already at 7. And concluding the fourth over, and it's already at 7 to the over. It's going to play on the mind. You could see from his approach in this over the realization that the required run rate is climbing by the over. Just past the diving bowler, nicely timed, and just a push. Went quite a bit deep in the field for a couple of runs to finish the fourth over. It's 18 without loss. It was pretty early by the skipper Tamim Iqbal. And just the two frontline spinners in the Bangladesh attack today. Shakib Al Hasan, the other one. Now Hassan Miraj today. Mehdi Hassan Miraj.
hint of a turn. Surprised the batter. That is not good. With that single away. Second time I think there's been a fielding lapse by the Bangladeshis. Can't afford to relax.
Might just spin a little bit. It's normally the second bounce. Oh no, he just misses it on the half volley.
What did you do that for? Why couldn't you hang on to that? Nasim Ahmed will be encouraged by that hint of turn. Very first delivery.
We spoke about the dew a little bit earlier. The other thing that the dew does is it also forms on the pitch, which then allows the ball to skip on rather than turn. Maybe Tamim Iqbal feels they're getting his spin on early here. Is the way to go before that dew settles. You told me that not really a time of year for dew.
No, it's not. I'm a little surprised. And you know, if there was cloud cover during the day, as was predicted wrongly by the weather forecasters, supposed to be a cloudy day, there wouldn't be any dew. A clear day there would be more dew on the ground. We've already seen evidence, but how much of an effect it's going to have on proceedings is to be seen. Normally, November, December, January, February, you have the dew, and we're into March, into the spring. It's already some collection. But if it was like December or January, it would be pretty evident. You'd see it very clearly. So, if you're thinking of the dew having an effect in the ball skidding, I think Nasim Ahmed will be looking to actually bowl the arm deliveries rather than trying to float them up. There he goes, but the angle not right on that occasion. Gets a single of the last ball of the fifth over. It's 21 without loss. Six and 11 from the two openers for Ireland. 5 overs, the required run rate already ticked over the 7 mark. It's 7.07 now. Sterling just having a look at the wicket, maybe just trying to work out if there is some collection of dew. Oh, not the right shot to attempt on that kind of delivery. Almost landed in trouble.
Just trying to guide this down towards deep third. A little bit of bounce.
Just that he didn't go back and make room. Just standing his ground, thus cramping himself a little bit. The bounce we keep on talking about. A little bit extra on this Sylhet International Stadium track. It's encouraging for bowlers like Thaskin. Put a lot of shoulder into their bowling. That's guided away once again for Mustafiz to collect. Accuracy being the forte with Thaskin Ahmed has been difficult. It's forcing Paul Sterling. He's not going to take too many chances. The back of the mind, trying to establish yourself in the team at the same time. You're playing for the team. You're always pressured, trying to get the runs early on. as an opening partner. I think he'll be pretty happy. Asking Ahmed with 3 balls, particularly that is bowled. Just keeping a steady line going, waiting for the batters to try and slip in a gully now. Second slip gone into a gully position. Oh, that struck well, but straight to the fielder. 1 bounce.
Now, where's this come from? He's got beautifully into line virtually every delivery, and he's just trying to be the proper, authentic opening batsman, and then just out of the blue, the cover. Interesting. Is that pressure? Is that the pressure?
And now he tries to just walk across. Hussain Ahmed saw that early. Bowled it short. He had to duck underneath that one.
He's looking to make a play here. Doheny. Not comfortable with his 6 of 16. He's looking to make a play.
I can understand his thought process. He was dying, wandering. It's getting tougher by the minute. Got to do something. Take the attack back, put the pressure on the bowlers with some big shots. Hasn't worked so far. Oh, directly for the first, and 23 without loss. Greenery, tea gardens, winding roads through the hillocks. Wasim Ahmed. Short. Deserve to be a little better in terms of getting runs with that. Finds the fielder straight away.
Something's happening here. Something is happening. This young man has given an indication that he's looking to be a little bit more expansive.
Yes, deliberately shimmying down the wicket, gets behind that only for the single. But the intention's pretty clear, as you said, HD. And that's the way it's got to be. Now 7.21. You can't lounge about. You can't play too many dot balls. Sterling has not been allowed to get away. He looked threatening early on. Just the single boundary. 12 of 19. There he goes, a big swipe and a big 6 into the stands. That's what you expect from Paul Sterling.
He's a very clean striker of the ball, Paul Sterling, and a good player of spin. He would have thought about this a long time before the ball was delivered and known, well, if you bowl it in this particular area, I can play the sweep slog.
This is the bat, but it's going down the leg side. Big appeal. Are they going to think about a review? I don't think the keeper is going to be supporting the bowler. Two good deliveries after that ball was clouted over for the over boundary. Just a single. That is the end of the 7th over. Islander 31 without loss.
Three bowlers used so far for the home side in defence of what is a rare opportunity for this Irish side. Definitely their strength lays in their batting. There's no doubt about that. Led by their very best, Paul Stirling, right at the top. Gorgeous scenes across Silhouettes and floodlights light up the night sky. Great atmosphere building up as well as Shakib Al Hassan, Fizer Rahman, although Taskin Ahmed has looked pretty good in his 3 overs so far. The required run rate could be something Ireland will just want to keep half an eye upon, but even in a chase as daunting as this one, you don't need to blitz from the off, and Stirling and Doheny have shown that. I've got Attar Ali Khan alongside me. Good evening now, Attar. Ireland just showing some signs of life in the chase.
Good evening. Good evening, all. Yeah, good thing for them. They have not yet lost a single wicket. And it's important for someone like Paul Stirling to make a really big statement with the bat, because these are good conditions for batting.
So a few deliveries ago, clearly going to go on and miss leg stump. Hasn't even made impact with Paul Stirling in line with the stump's good decision. That's why they didn't go for the review that HD Ackerman was looking for right off the toe of the bat. Shakib Al Hassan has a great ability to make the ball do different things from what feel like very similar release points. That one's kept low. A great challenge and a test for young Stephen Doheny. He's long been thought so highly of within Irish cricket, and now he's getting his chance at the top of the order alongside big Paul Stirling. Three singles from the first over of Al Hassan. It's 34 for 0. Here's a look at the Worms as Ireland well behind where Bangladesh were at this stage, but critically yet to lose a wicket. Paul Stirling, I'm just talking to you off air about how his game, well, known as a dasher at the top of the order for his first 5 or 7 years. Now he takes a lot more time to get in, and with the change in laws and the removal of the optional power play and it all being mandatory into 3 different segments, he's there at the 30 unimaginable and chase down this total.
There's still a long way to go, so you really don't want to get carried over, because as a batter, you're up against also, you mentioned about the surface, a good pitch to bat on, but you're up against some quality bowling. Even if he goes down the wicket, that's not Paul Stirling, that's Doheny. Goes down the options will be important, especially for Paul Stirling has got more than 5,000 runs in ODIs. So he has to play the leading role. He is your best batter, isn't he?
I think most would agree with that from an Irish perspective. And that's why he's so in demand. We heard the number of sides that he's played for around the world from H.D. Ackerman earlier. But with that quality comes additional responsibility at the top of the order. That's why himself
Needs support from the others. Dahani has only made 10 of 25 deliveries. So that just might tell on Paul Stirling. It will create a bit of a pressure because the required run rate has just crept up. It's gone above 7 runs in an over. It's fine. It's a cautious start. Just getting used to the conditions. That's the challenge for Ireland.
in the ninth over, a tight one, just 2 singles from it, 36 for none.
Historic total for them, their best ever in one-day international cricket, 300.
Over.
Doheny, who's had to wait so long, won't get the single here. Good work at mid-wicket. Ireland had 15 T20Is in preparation for the T20 World Cup last year. Doheny was in the squad for almost all of them. He carried the drinks for the entire summer and also at the World Cup, including in one game where he was told he would debut, but then it was rain shortened against Afghanistan, and then he didn't end up playing. He did finally make his international debut, his senior international debut down in Harare. He's just starting to show why he has so much promise. 2 boundaries in the over of one of the best bowlers in the world. First 6 through the offside, now a sweep for 4 through the leg.
Yeah, it's the slog sweep because he's hit that in front of the square. There is a fielder at square, deep square leg. And that's so good about this shot. Placement has been perfect. Very good shot, Yella. And just have a look at that shot. It is over the top of that fielder at mid wicket. That's a cracking shot. Now the fielder at deep square leg comes towards the mid wicket area, and the fielder at long on comes inside the circle. Long off back.
The key to that stroke was the head position. This is going to be runs, more of them. Back-to-back boundaries, 14 off the over. Ireland go to 50. The cautious approach at the start is starting to look a good one, and some growing confidence on the sidelines.
This is his 3rd boundary, and this has gone fine. That's not a bad shot at all. He sweeps and sweeps fine. Fielder inside the circle at short fine has no chance whatsoever. It's turning out to be a great over for Ireland.
Really good batting. 15 runs coming from the over. Doheny catches his strike rate up at the end of the first power play. Ireland 51 for none. End of power play 1 into power play 2. What that means is that the fielding captain, Tamim Iqbal, can now utilise 4 fielders outside the 30-yard circle. And with the change of those restrictions, he's going to bring in his 5th bowler, Abadat Hussain, who has 13 wickets in his short ODI career. Someone who's really shone in Test cricket in particular. Strong bowler with a good action, and maybe just a few signs through this power play. Ireland very cautious to start with, Attar. They are growing in confidence. They're adjusting to the conditions. They did have that moment of fortune where it was initially given out and rightly reviewed. The Paul Stirling review, always worthwhile. A couple of maximums, one to Stirling, one to Doheney. Some good strokes, particularly from that 10th over, where Doheney took 15 from Shakib Al Hassan. That will fill him full of confidence. Good opening partnership for Ireland, this.
Excellent. Very good from the opening pair. Upish has gone to the boundary. Now all of a sudden they started to pick up boundaries, which just releases the pressure. Remember, he didn't get off earlier when he was struggling to rotate strike, and all of a sudden after that 15 runs in that over, that's very close, very, very close indeed. I think it's Nazmul and Shanto. Not an easy take, would have been a brilliant one. But they've gone past him and has gone to the boundary. And all of a sudden, Doheney has raced over to 29 of just 33. That was a terrific start for Ireland. Bangladesh looking to break this opening partnership.
Very, very deep Irish batting lineup. I spoke at length in the first innings about just how shy and depleted the bowling stocks were, but it's quite to the contrary in the batting. Mark Adair has batted as high as number 6 or number 7 at times. He's listed on this lineup in 11. Harry Tector averaging more than 50, the class of Andrew Balbirnie in at 3, and also the flexibility in the middle order. 4 more here, surely. Sliced away. Doheney now enjoying the pace on the ball as well. And this is a partnership really growing.
Yeah, he took his time and now getting used to these conditions, understanding the fact what the surface is offering. He's making room and time, really having a really good go at it. It's a top edge, but it'll fetch him another boundary. So dealing in boundaries now, he's got 4 4s and a 6. So as a batter, when you get used to the conditions, then you can play quite a lot of shots, and he's exactly doing that.
He's working the ball to all parts of the ground. The reason there's been comparisons to Kane Williamson, more than 1 or 2, is that style that he has to manipulate the ball to all parts of the ground. It's very composed. Made 84 from 111 in just his second one-day international. That was against Zimbabwe. He's a product of an incredible youth structure through the Rush Cricket Club in North County Dublin. That's where Owen Morgan started his career. They've had a huge focus on youth cricket for so long, and it's just another one coming through their ranks to play for Ireland. End of the 11th over, 9 runs from it, 60 for none. Ireland ahead of Bangladesh, that green ahead of the red one, and critically no blobs yet, no dots indicating wickets, as Doheney in particular has dominated the last 3 or 4 overs and started to excel. Interestingly, despite the 15 runs from the second over of Shakib Al Hassan, Tamim Iqbal is going to keep his star all-rounder on. Will Doheney continue to attack despite the fact that there are now 4 fielders outside the circle, 2 on either side of the wicket? Deep backward square and deep mid-wicket in place on the leg side, and then on the off side we have long off and a cover sweeper. No slip in place. Bangladesh somewhat atar, a little bit on the defensive, no signs of extravagant turn. And just as I say that, Shakib Al Hassan strikes a definite edge, a really good take. It's Al Hassan, it's Rahim, it's the old duo doing it again.
Now you got to give credit to Tamim Iqbal, the skipper, to keep him on. 15 runs in the previous over, dot to start with, and then a bit quicker edges to the keeper. Lovely delivery from Shakib Al Hassan. You really can't keep him away from the game. He's a cool customer and will trouble the batters over and over again. Gone for 34, 60 for 1.
The Irish captain, Andrew Balbirnie, at number 3. Fine ODI player. Many of these Irish players take a long time to come into international cricket in terms of growing their averages, their consistency, their run scoring. Balbirnie was no different. Took a long time to get going, but himself and Sterling, probably two Ireland's best batters at the crease now. You can see here, a thick outside edge. Doheny walked, there was no decision for the umpire to make. A really good catch from Mushfiqur Rahim.
I think what he was trying to do is to try to guide it towards a slip scoring, because there was no slip in place. Lovely catch behind the stumps from Mushfiqur Rahim. Because he had played really nicely in front. Couple of sixes, couple of boundaries. Then he tried to be a little bit cheeky. Look, there's no slip in place. And he's trying to guide it away. It's a bit quicker. And the ball does the rest. Pick up his first runs off the mark with a single. And what an over. A wicket in that for Shakib Al Hassan. Ireland 61 for 1.
Ireland lose their first in the 12th over. Brilliant captaincy from Tamim Iqbal, keeping Shakib Al Hassan on after conceding 15 runs from his previous over. Harry Tector definitely in next, and then there will be flexibility from numbers 5 to 8. Could see George Dockrell as high as 5 or as low as number 8. That's where he's listed on the team sheet we've been given by the Irish management, saying Gareth Delaney's going to go at 7. I'd be surprised if that's the case given Dockrell's recent results. It's Balbirnie's trademark stroke, the cover drive right out of the middle of the bat. Nice extension. And these two, Attar, they adore batting with each other. Very close friends, both formerly of Middlesex County Cricket Club, used to live together in London. Great pals on and off the pitch, and it's in their history.
Well, they will be asked to do one more time because it's a big total, it's a huge total to chase. Important for him to get set, but Paul Stirling has played some lovely shots already. Outside, gone. It was a short delivery of shouts of catches. And then Ibadat Hussain celebrates in signature style. That's a very good catch behind the stumps. Mushfiqur Rahim has been brilliant.
Back-to-back wickets in consecutive overs, and both of them as much about the bowler as the wicket-keeper. This outstanding good pace from Ebadat Hussain just rushes Sterling, and look at this catch, flying like an eagle through the night sky, and Sylhet Mushfiqur Rahim has held on to a specky, and it's caught Paul Sterling short. He's gone for 22. Ireland a double hammer blow at 62 for 2.
Little bit. Yeah, they say off. Middle of off.
Harry Tector to the crease at number 4. He has been rushed into action because of a double strike, and look at these numbers. The fastest ever Irishman to 1,000 one-day international runs, an average of over 50, a mark that no Irish batter has ever got to. Good strike rate too, tends to be a little bit of a slow starter, but good conversion rate as well. 300s alongside 850s, and he will relish an opportunity now to show against yet another nation just how good he is. Many think himself and Josh Little the highest ceiling maybe of any Irish cricketers that have ever come on the scene, and he gets off the mark immediately. Little as a bowler and Tector as a batter could be the future of this Irish team.
He's here because of this. It's the pace and the bounce. What a catch behind the stump. That is spectacular. Was going quite quickly, but have a look at that. Mushfiqur Rahim has pulled off a beauty. And just on the top of the thumb there. Lovely catch.
Powerfully, there's a man out there. Balbirnie wants a second, but Tector sends him back. Tector very quick between the wickets. A good judge of a run as well. What we saw on that replay there of that catch was just how quickly it came off the batter, the top of the glove. There was no slowing down at all. Brilliant catch from Rahim. Good work too, this in the deep. Bangladesh matching Ireland in the fielding stakes certainly thus far.
Yeah, 2 new batters in the crease. Good work and the deep from Shakib Al Hasan. Now then, they have a leg gully in place for the right-hander, Harry Tector. Maybe attempt to bowl a short one, or is it a double bluff?
This is just something that Ireland did not have in their attack. We've seen 140 kilometres per hour push past a couple of times. Close to 90 miles an hour in old money. Ireland's attack had no pace. Look at this. Over 140 consistently. Even though Doherty picked up some runs with the pace on the ball, that is threatening and potent, and when your fielders back you up at that pace, it's a good asset. End of the 13th over. 64 for 2.
লোকাসের ভাই ব্রাদার, যারা যারা আমাদের লাইভ খেলাটা দেখতেছেন, যারা যারা বাংলাদেশ বনাম আয়ারল্যান্ডের সিরিজগুলো দেখতে যাচ্ছেন, তারা তো অবশ্যই আমাদের পেজটাকে ফলো করে রাখবেন
Lorcan Tucker is
তো সবাইকে
continuing to throw.
রিকোয়েস্ট করছি আমাদের
Control is
পেজটিকে
keeper
ফলো করে
pattern.
দেওয়ার জন্য, তাহলে কিন্তু আপনারা
Stockdale's the
আয়ারল্যান্ড
finisher.
বনাম বাংলাদেশের
Curtis Cameron
খেলাগুলো
is all-round
সম্পূর্ণ
skills
সরাসরি
man
আমাদের এই পেজ
next.
থেকে দেখতে পারবেন। আর যারা যারা এখনও আমাদের গ্রুপে জয়েন হন নাই, তো সবাই একটু গ্রুপে জয়েন হতে পারেন। আমাদের কিন্তু প্রথম কমেন্টে মানে পিন কমেন্টে কিন্তু আমাদের গ্রুপের লিঙ্কটা দেওয়া আছে, বিডি স্পোর্টস লাভার। তো সবাই একটু তো গ্রুপটাতে জয়েন হয়ে যাবেন। এই মুহূর্তে আমাদের গ্রুপে যারা যারা জয়েন হবেন আমরা তাদের নামগুলো পড়ে ফেলবো। তো আমাদের গ্রুপে জয়েন হওয়ার জন্য আমাদের প্রথম কমেন্টে গ্রুপের লিঙ্কটি দেওয়া আছে, সবাই একটু গ্রুপের লিঙ্কে ক্লিক করে গ্রুপে জয়েনটা হয়ে নেবেন। কবির হোসেন ভাই আমাদের গ্রুপে জয়েন হয়েছেন এই মুহূর্তে। মোহাম্মদ জুম্মন জেএস ভাই আমাদের গ্রুপে জয়েন হয়েছেন। এমডি আশিক হোসেন আমাদের গ্রুপে জয়েন হয়েছেন। এমডি সোহাগ খান আমাদের গ্রুপে জয়েন হয়েছেন। ওবায়দুল হক আমাদের গ্রুপে জয়েন হয়েছেন। সাইমুল ইসলাম শান্ত আমাদের গ্রুপে জয়েন হয়েছেন। এই মুহূর্তে যারা যারা জয়েন হচ্ছেন সবার নামগুলো আমাদের সামনে চলে আসতেছে, আর আমরা সবার নামগুলো পড়তেছি। তারপরে আমাদের আরো গ্রুপে জয়েন হয়েছেন শরীফুল ইসলাম শায়েক ভাই জয়েন হয়েছেন, রিয়াদুল ইসলাম গ্রুপে জয়েন হয়েছেন, সাদ্দাম ইসলাম আমাদের গ্রুপে জয়েন হয়েছেন, হৃদয় আমাদের গ্রুপে জয়েন হয়েছেন, ইমরান আহমেদ আমাদের গ্রুপে জয়েন হয়েছেন, আক্তার হোসেন আজাদ আমাদের গ্রুপে জয়েন হয়েছেন, আব্দুল আল সাইদ আমাদের গ্রুপে জয়েন হয়েছেন, সাব্বির হাবিব আমাদের গ্রুপে জয়েন হয়েছেন, তারপরে মুরসালিম আমাদের গ্রুপে জয়েন হয়েছেন, আমিলেস রিফাত আমাদের গ্রুপে জয়েন হয়েছেন। থ্যাংক ইউ সো মাচ, সবাই একটু গ্রুপে জয়েন হয়ে যাবেন।
Know each other's games inside out, not just when they bowl and keep. As you said, when they bat together too.
যারা যারা এখনো জয়েন করতে পারছেন না তারা অবশ্যই আমাদের প্রথম কমেন্টে গ্রুপের লিঙ্কটি দেওয়া আছে। আপনারা সব ধরনের খেলা লাইভ দেখতে চাইলে আমাদের গ্রুপে জয়েন হয়ে যাবেন। তাজুল ইসলাম আমাদের গ্রুপে জয়েন হয়েছেন, ইমাম আহমেদ আমাদের গ্রুপে জয়েন হয়েছেন, শরীফ হোসেন শান্ত আমাদের গ্রুপে জয়েন হয়েছেন, এমডি নোবেল আমাদের গ্রুপে জয়েন হয়েছেন, এমডি মোর্শেদ আলম আমাদের গ্রুপে জয়েন হয়েছেন। তারপরে আমাদের গ্রুপে জয়েন হয়েছেন আরও জুনায়েদ আলী আমাদের গ্রুপে জয়েন হয়েছেন, এমডি মহসিন রেজা আমাদের গ্রুপে জয়েন হয়েছেন। থ্যাংক ইউ সো মাচ। তো সবাই কষ্ট করে একটু গ্রুপটাতে জয়েন হয়ে যাবেন, সকল ভালোবাসার ভাই ব্রাদার। আর সবাই একটু পেজটাকে ফলো করবেন। যারা যারা এখনো ফলো করতে পারছেন না, ফলো করার নিয়মটা আমি বলে দিচ্ছি। যারা প্রতিনিয়ত খেলা দেখতে যাচ্ছেন, ফলো করার জন্য আপনাদের সামনে যে লাইভ ভিডিওটা চলতেছে মানে লাইভ খেলাটা, এই খেলাটার মধ্যে একটা টাচ করলে দেখবেন খেলার নিচে একটা নীল কালার ফলো লেখা বাটন চলে আসবে। তো ওই ফলো বাটনে টাচ করে দিলেই কিন্তু ফলোটা হয়ে যাবে। তো সবাই একটু গ্রুপটাতে জয়েন হয়ে যান। আমাদের প্রথম কমেন্টে গ্রুপের লিঙ্কটা দেওয়া আছে। তো এই মুহূর্তে আমাদের আরো গ্রুপে জয়েন হয়েছেন এমডি হাসিবুর রহমান টিটু ভাই গ্রুপে জয়েন হয়েছেন, মহিউদ্দিন গ্রুপে জয়েন হয়েছেন, দীপু দাস গ্রুপে জয়েন হয়েছেন, সাইফুল ইসলাম গ্রুপে জয়েন হয়েছেন, এমডি রোকন আলী গ্রুপে জয়েন হয়েছেন, এমডি সাইদুল ইসলাম গ্রুপে জয়েন হয়েছেন, আব্দুল আল মাসুদ ভুইয়ান আমাদের গ্রুপে জয়েন হয়েছেন, শাহেন শাহ আমাদের গ্রুপে জয়েন হয়েছেন, মিলন আরাফাত আমাদের গ্রুপে জয়েন হয়েছেন। থ্যাংক ইউ সো মাচ। আরিফুল ইসলাম প্রিন্স আমাদের গ্রুপে জয়েন হয়েছেন। অসংখ্য অসংখ্য ধন্যবাদ ভালোবাসার ভাই ব্রাদারগুলো যারা যারা আমাদেরকে সাপোর্ট করছেন। জুনায়েদ মাহমুদ
I think he's got him. He has indeed. Just an attempt to drive down, and Mushfiqur Rahim, would you believe it, gets his third, and he's off the track.
Ibadat Hussain gets another one. This is brilliant. And it's the duo of Shakib Al Hasan and Ibadat Hussain doing the trick again. Hanging outside the off stump, not entirely to the pitch of the ball and edging it. Harry Tector departs. He's gone for 3. Ireland 68 for 3.
Lorcan Tucker, new batter in. Time of strife for Ireland. 250s into his 27th innings. Ireland in a lot of trouble. He's in the middle because of this. Just not playing down the right line, just playing away from his body. An edge, ball dying on Mushfiq, but he goes down and grabs it. He's elated. Gives Ibadat his second wicket. The local boy, Ibadat Hussain Chaudhry from Sylhet, combines with the veteran. Ireland, the backs to the wall now. Deviation down leg, getting a little overzealous. Ibadat Hussain trying to put too much shoulder into that delivery and going down leg.
3 wickets gone for Ireland. All 3 catches taken by Mushfiqur Rahim. All smiles. Mushfiqur Rahim played his hand with the bat as well. A cameo, a very useful one for the team. 44 of 26.
Nicely behind that. Oops, right through Thamin. Gets a single, goes for the second run. Won't be too happy with that. Want to keep that pressure going. Don't allow any freebies. The captain understandably won't be too happy with himself with this effort.
Yeah. Shouldn't have been a run. Happens. Will not be happy with himself, but on top Bangladesh at the moment, and would want to keep the pressure on persistently and get more wickets if possible.
Just bottling up the cover region, the slip, second slip taken away. The chants have started to go up in the stands here at the Sylhet International Cricket Stadium. The crowd has built up in numbers. They can sense that Bangladesh are dominating. And look at that enthusiasm. So good to watch. Support for cricket in Sylhet has been terrific.
Fantastic. Turned up in numbers during the BPL as well. And again, enjoying the national side now.
And once again, there's a push and a miss, and he thought he possibly had his third there. Ibadat Hussain really generating a bit of pace. 144, the last one.
Express steaming in, bending his back. Ibadat Hussain. Good bowling, 144, and the one that got the wicket was 143. 3 runs of this over and a wicket, 1 more ball to go.
He might not be smiling, but inside I'm sure he's very pleased. Just closing the face of the bat and playing it wide of the fielder. 2 easy runs to finish a very good over. Just the 5 from it and a wicket, 73 for 3. in at number 6, Curtis Camphor, has a knowledge about the conditions in Bangladesh. Delaney and Dockrell, who can wield the willow quite well, both Delaney and Dockrell. They will be required, and when they are, they've got an arduous task in front of them. Required run rate 7.6. Ireland have lost 3 top order batters. A lot of work to be done by Tucker and Balbirnie. Taskin Ahmed back. Rotating the bowlers well. Tamim Iqbal does not allow the batters to get comfy with any bowler.
This is a positive change. Bringing his strike bowler. New batters are in the crease. Taskin Ahmed given away only 10 runs off his first 3 overs. Yes. Shakib and Ibadat getting the breakthroughs yet again.
I've seen the discipline in Taskin Ahmed's bowling today. Not try to do things out of the ordinary. We saw Mustafizur Rahman trying to bowl the in-swingers in, had to come around the wicket. Got one to beat the bat. See the advice, the strategies, the planning from the skipper. Knows that if anyone can deliver as to the requirements, it's going to be Taskin Ahmed. Slip in position. Ball him! Clean it up! Well, if Tamim Iqbal said you've got to bowl a tight line, you've got to bowl a tight length, Taskin Ahmed has done exactly that and cleaned up Balbirnie.
He gets his first, does Taskin Ahmed. It's the captain. It's the Irish captain. He's walking back towards the pavilion, and because of this, in through the gate, between the gap of the bat and the pad, bowls him. Balbirnie departs for 5, Ireland 73 for 4, and it's time for the drinks.
.73 for 4, a sorry-looking scorecard for Ireland. Started off pretty well, went for 60 in the first pair, but then the wickets came tumbling. And thanks to that breakthrough initially by Shakib and a couple of wickets by Ibadat, Taskin chipping in with the last one. These are the fall of the wickets. Just Stephen Doheny poking at one outside off. This was a sharp catch, well taken by Mushfiqur Rahim. Just a thin edge. Shakib opening things up, and then Paul Sterling swirling around. Got a bit of bat, and wonderful take again by Mushfiq. Had to really dive full floor. Look at that. Spectacular acrobatic catch from the stalwart. Catch it is the call, and it was responded well. An easier take from the bowling of Ibadat Hussain. And then came the one that rattled the stumps of the skipper right to the gate. And Bales went up flying. What a pretty sight for a pace bowler. And he said, yeah, I delivered exactly what you wanted with that hint of a movement inwards. Lot of work to be done here by Ireland. 73 for 4 in the 16th over. Got the backs to the wall. Got a couple of new batters. Curtis Camphor can use his experience playing here. Welcome to the middle with a short pitch delivery from Taskin.
Once again, a very good take from Mushfiqur Rahim. All the 3 catches he took were very, very good. One of the spinner of Shakib Al Hasan was standing close to the stumps, then jumping to the left, full on dive. The third one dying on him. This has been very, very good from Mushfiqur Rahim. At the same time, full credit to Tamim Iqbal for the bowling changes.
Oh, just about got a bit of bat on that one. Angling back in. And he did that move, that little bit of shape from Taskin Ahmed to uproot Balverne's stumps. Look at this. The natural angle and that slight little inward movement to creep between bat and pad. And castle him. Oh. Hump Camp. They're giving you a good picture. He's enjoyed himself with the bat earlier on. Wonderful cameo. And then behind the wicket now, the stalwart, Mr. Dependable, doing it for Bangladesh. Oh, very, very close. Thought of going up. 16 overs done, 73 for 4. If you're an Irish supporter, you don't want to look at that scorecard. Started off well and then a regular fall of wickets there. Really got their backs to the wall. A lot of work to be done. Again, not really timing that. The mixture has been the problem. It's really just an area, Shamanai, where we see the Bangladeshi bowlers, once they smell blood, they can really go full hog. And they're really keeping the attack going, really troubling the batters.
Again, full marks to Tamim Iqbal. Now keeping pace on for both ends.
All they can do now is try and build up a little partnership. They'll have to be a little circumspect with the approach. It's not going to be easy to take the attack back to the bowlers. Look at the effort from Ibadat. He's sprawling all over the place. Made that you can feel the energy in the Bangladesh team. They know that they are in the driving seat. They know that another wicket and it's virtually all over bar the shouting, as they say. Kafa is taking a strike. Short, rode that well. Went straight to, I think that's Shanta, that stung.
That's hurt him. That's a man in form. Just hope that it's not too dangerous. Zakir Hassan was in the squad, missing out due to thumb injury. Showed on Ibadat's face as well, some worry. He's on top of it. Curtis Camphor on one bounce, ball dying on him and then bouncing right in front. Always difficult.
It is, and it's painful. The magic spray is on. Hopefully it'll ease the pain. Hopefully, with that grimace on his face, that must have hurt. It went so very quickly. With Ibadat's pace, the last one 142.5 kilometers per hour. That pace was the thing that took it from the bat and sort of rocketed towards Shando. Just that awkward bounce. But hopefully Najmul Hussain is going to recover quickly. But he's generated a lot of pace. Look at that, the slowest 135.7. Isn't it a delight to see, on average, Bangladeshi pace bowler generating 140.6 and his fastest almost 145. This young man from Sylhet is enjoying playing locally and he's got the support. Love his celebration, that salute. Reminds me of Sheldon Cottrell, I think, from the West Indies, a similar kind. They both come from defense backgrounds. Of course, we all know that Ibadat Hussain used to be a volleyball player for the Bangladesh Air Force. Cottrell also has some connection with the defense forces back in his home. It's good to see the fire in his belly.
Surely certainly has the height of a volleyball player as well. Just like to refer back to the term bowling in tandem, bowling in partnerships. 60 for naught after 11.1, and from there to 74 for 4. Ibadat from one end, Shakib from the other. Quick single taken. This is good batting. Yeah, getting the breakthrough. Similar thing which we had experienced in the third ODI versus England, where it was the pair of Ibadat Hussain Chaudhary and Shakib Al Hasan who got the breakthroughs for Bangladesh. Chandigarh Hadra back for his second term, and till now, I think he should be a happy man.
Tentative little push forward, gets the inside part of the bat, trickles away for a single. Ibadat, when he bowls that offside line, the corridor of uncertainty. I've seen a lot of the Irish batters being very uncertain in the little push they try to play down the line, getting inside, sometimes getting duped, the ball just creeping back in. Hurried him with that back of length delivery. Good finish to the over. 76 for 4. You can see not too much different evident there, but those couple of wickets falling together really pegged Ireland back. 60 for no loss and 73 for 4, now 76. Oh, edged and gone. Just close the face of the bat there. That is a good sharp catch taken by Yasir Rabi.
Taskin Ahmed strikes again. His previous over was a wicket maiden, and starts off with a wicket, trying to play it on the onside.
Ireland 76 for 5.
Ireland are imploding here. New batter in. George Dockrell. He's got some experience. He needs to use that in his 74th innings. Good strike rate, 350s. Got an extra slip-in position now. Baskin Ahmed for the new batter, 2 for 10 in his 5th over. Fiery bowling by the two faces, Baskin and Ibadat. Riding that nicely. New batter is in the middle, Dockrell, because of this. Just closing the face there. The last moment. There you see, and inducing that edge. Just that outside edge went very quickly. And a short off catch. He had to go to his right and go high up, but taken very well by the big man. Are imploding here. Taken a few steps. Just managed to stop it before it went over. Had to cover a lot of ground there, but just to stop that. Are imploding here. Right on the line, went through the line with that shot. Andrew Bilbernie, skipper, back in the hut now. Would be just thinking about what could have been.
These are little things that Tamim Iqbal keeps on doing. Saw him talk to Thaskin before that he got that last wicket. All this zipped in. Just reading the mind of the batter. Tamim instructing him, do the needful. Sure, he's going to tell him try and bowl the offside corridor, induce an edge to slips. It's a tough ask in the middle for Ireland. 18 overs done, 76 for 5.